Alright, today we're going to be replacing the driver's side valve cover on a Chevy 5.3. I'm doing it on a Suburban. It's the updates for several models listed here. That includes the Escalade, Silverado, the Camaro, anything with that 5.3 in it. As a matter of fact, I was told that it's the same for even the 6.0. That being said, let me go over what tools we're going to use. I'm not entirely sure this is all I'm going to use because I haven't started yet, but from what I'm gathering, I'm just going to need the 10mm socket and the 8mm socket. The bulletin number for this is 10-06-01-008C. Last updated November 2011. I'm told that is the latest and greatest. So here's the two valve covers next to each other. The top one here I purchased from Advanced Auto Parts. They both seem to be pretty close in quality. The reason I didn't end up using the one from Advance is because it doesn't have the update. So here's the old style. This here's the new style. So the old style is circular, new style more of a rectangle opening. Alright, to start, well, I'm not sure how much you can see of it, but here's the valve cover. Starts about here, runs all the way to the back of the engine. We'll start by removing this plastic cover, which is pretty easy. There's just basically just rubber grommets that hold that on. Just a good tug gets that off. Then the ignition coils here. We'll be removing the whole assembly, which looks to be that 10mm. I think there's only 3 spots that we'll be removing that from. And then the 10mm is going to be here on the top of the valve cover. That's it for the valve cover. This is where the grommets sit. One here, and then this one, the grommet came out of it. I'll just have to pop that off and stick it back in the cover. Alright, so I got everything disconnected, but I left it in place so that I could show you guys exactly where everything comes out. You got each of these plugs at the top of the ignition coils. I've already unscrewed all these studs that hold the ignition coils on. This little plastic clamp just clamps on the top of one of these studs. There was actually 5. They're pretty easy to find, nothing too surprising. Disconnected this, disconnected these wires. They just take a good little tug. And then now the whole thing is loose, as you can see here. I'll go ahead and get that totally removed. Now that I got the coils off, I can go ahead and start removing the valve cover. There are 4 10mm studs that go through. They actually come with the new one. There's a little grommet right here that comes off. We've got all 4 studs out. The valve cover just pops right off. And then I should be able to get it slid out. Now it's time to reinstall the valve cover. Obviously it's just going to be reverse order. I'll start by tightening these studs, then putting the coils back on, plugging everything else back up. I'll show you the finished product. Alright, so I got everything bolted back up in place. Overall this was a really easy project. It didn't take much time at all. If I wasn't filming, I imagine it'd probably take about 20, maybe 30 minutes at tops. And if I was doing this several times, I could probably get it down to about 10 minutes. It's a pretty quick little update here. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, if it helped you out, if you don't mind, go ahead and give me a thumbs up.